Hi friends, welcome back. So this week we're just gonna do a little Christmas video. I went to Michael's and I got myself a little wooden light up house, and we're gonna paint that and just chat Christmas and chat about the year a little bit because it's been one of those weeks where I'm really reflecting and having a lot of fun doing it. So nice little Christmas chat, nice little Christmas painting, and talking about being, I have this on my head, about being just making sure that you make time to make stuff for yourself and to make space for yourself to be creative, even in the middle of one of the busiest months of the year. So let's sit back, relax, and chat about art and the holidays, shall we? Let's go. So, like with last video, I was bored. I had a half an hour to kill, and I went to Michael's, and I found this little house. Just a cute little wooden house, and I thought, what better thing to paint and have a little Christmas ramble with you guys. So I'm not really going to talk a whole lot about the actual painting of the wooden house. You guys can see what I'm doing. I don't know why my camera decided to not really differentiate between the teal and the green in this video, but just for the record, the bulk of the house is painted in a light teal, and the holly leaves and the Christmas trees are emerald green. They are different colors. They kind of look like different colors in the video, but the actual finished piece, it in person does look like different colors. So every year, my mom, my sister-in-law, and I, usually around the start of November, sometimes earlier than that. We always say we're going to start earlier than that, and then we don't. I digress. Every year, the three of us like to do a bunch of different Christmas crafts, and this year my sister-in-law had gotten a little house similar to this that I don't think she's actually painted it yet, but every time I looked at it I just kept thinking, oh, that would be really fun to have. I thought something like this would be a fun little decoration to put on top of the bun hutch, because I do have a couple little decorations up for Jester, but just having a cute little, the house lights up, so having a cute little light up house on top of her hutch just seemed like a really cute thing to do. But it is really fun every year to have this tradition of the girls in my family getting together and doing just Christmassy crafts. It's usually the little wood slice ornaments, which I'm pretty sure I've painted on the channel before. I may have done that last year. I thought about doing a video of those this year, but a certain Jester bun just got her spay surgery, and I'm having to keep a little bit of a closer eye on her, and it is logistically difficult to explain to you why that makes it easier to do this little house than it does to do the wooden slice ornaments, but suffice it to say, it is easier to record this video than it would have been to do the wooden slice ornaments. But I am still painting a bunch of those little ornaments this year. I did that painting from a couple weeks ago. I have this little guy. What else have I done? Oh, my mom got these, it's like the facade of a house, so like the front of a house. Little ornaments. Not ornaments. They're just like little, I don't actually know what you would call them, but they're just like, they're similar to this little house, so it's just a laser cut little wood piece that looks like the front facade of a house. And so we've been painting those. We've been doing the little ornaments. like I said, my sister-in-law had gotten the house that's similar to this one, and I don't know, there is something really relaxing and really fun about just getting together with the girls in your family and doing these little Christmassy crafts that, sure, sometimes they turn out a little tacky, but in general, they're pretty cute, and it's fun to have artwork up in your house that was made by you. To have like decorations that you can look at and be like, oh yeah, I remember making that with my sister-in-law, or I remember making that with my mom. It's a really fun thing to be able to do and to be able to enjoy each other's company like that. There's just something really fun and extra enjoyable, even if the stuff that you paint ends up being a little bit tacky, to be able to have the experience of painting all of this Christmas stuff with your friends and your family. I believe it was last year we actually did some glass ornaments. I got, what's it called? I got watercolor ground, which is basically the stuff that you use. You can put it on glass, you can put it on acrylic, you can kind of put it on anything to which watercolor struggles to adhere, and then you can paint on top of that. You can do your watercolor on top of it, and then it's not a big deal. So I had gotten watercolor ground last year to be able to do glass ornaments. We tried to do paint on the inside of the ornament, but that is an absolute pain, and I don't know how anybody does that. And also we just really didn't have the right brushes for it. But you know, it's a fun way to get to explore some different creative mediums without necessarily having to put a ton of money or time or effort into it. And at the same time, you're just doing it for fun with your family. So it's not as much pressure as if you were doing it for a living or doing it with intention of trying to sell them. These are just supposed to be cute little things and cute little memories that you can put up in your house. And if in a couple of years you don't like it, then you don't put it up because it's yours. So it doesn't really matter if you don't put it up. And I think that it's fun. It is just a really fun thing to get to do with family. And if you've never tried doing stuff like this, but you see it in the store and you go, it's not for me, they're not expensive. And honestly, you can get pretty inexpensive paints and pretty inexpensive brushes. And the craft itself is not the thing that takes the most focus when you're doing little things like this, especially when you're doing them, in my case, with family. The thing that's emphasized is that you're spending time with your family and you're laughing together and you're enjoying the Christmas season together, and you're doing something with your hands. You're being creative. You're kind of stretching that little creative muscle that can sometimes get, especially toward the end of the year, I find that creative muscle can get a little strained or unused. Strained in that if you are an artist, sometimes you find that you want to do little paintings or little creations for your friends and your family, and that ends up kind of burning you out on making the thing that you love to make. Or the alternate of that is what often happens to me, which is I get into the season and I have so much going on, and my day job is in retail, and I get so busy that I don't have time to sit down and create anything at all. So taking the time to just do these little crafts that it's not serious, it's not something I'm going to sell, but it's cute and it's creative and it gets to stretch that muscle without being tenuous. It's not, or not tenuous, without being stressful. It's not something that is going to matter in the long run. It's not a thing that has any strings attached to it. It's not a thing that is, it's not a thing that's going to mean anything in the long term, aside from I got to spend time with my mom and my sister-in-law, and we made these cute little things. And so if you are an artist, I highly recommend doing stuff like this. And if you're not an artist, I highly recommend doing stuff like this. Even if you're just doing one of these as a one-off, one evening, because you got this little house and you really wanted to paint it before the end of the season. It's just fun. This took me probably an hour to paint. And I just put on some Christmas music and I painted for an hour, and I didn't have to think about it. I just picked some basic colors and I started painting. It didn't take a lot of energy or a lot of effort, and it was just fun. And I think that that's a thing that a lot of people have a hard time with when it comes to December, especially because December gets so busy that we forget to take time to make sure that we're having fun and that we're enjoying the season and that we're getting to do those little creative things or those little things that bring us joy during the season. And crafts are a thing that make people happy. Whether you're doing them or you're receiving them or you're giving them or anything along those lines, crafts just, people like to make things. People like to create things, even if it is just a super simple paint job on a little wooden house that you picked up at Michael's. It's just really fun. It's relaxing, and it's a good way to just put a little pause button on everything that's going on around you and just take some time to do something simple and cute and fun that's just for you. That's not, I mean, obviously this one I did for a video, so I'm sharing it with you guys, but this is not a thing that I'm going to give to anybody else unless you count Jester. This is a thing that I'm just gonna put out some years at Christmas, and other years maybe I won't. And I like it. I think it's cute. I think it's basically exactly what I was going for and what I was hoping it would be when I picked up this little house. I just wanted a cute little painted house that lights up, that would be fun to put on top of Jester's hutch. And I think that's what I got here. I got a cute little house. It's cutely painted. It's not the best painting I ever did. It's not the worst painting I ever did. It's just cute, and it's simple, and it was relaxing. And because of that, because it was relaxing, because it was a thing that I really enjoyed, and because it was a thing that I knew I was really going to enjoy, it made me want to share it with you guys and share with you this thing that I do for myself when we get into the super busy season, and to remind you to take some time for yourself and to take some time to do the things that you love and to enjoy the season, because we're getting close to the end of the season. I know it's the middle of the month, but that means we're close to the end of the season. And December already flies by. We don't need to make it go any faster than it already is. So just remember to take the time. And if you see a craft in the store that you think would be fun, just pick it up. And when you get home that evening, just do it. If you gotta put the kids to bed and do it once they're asleep, then do it that way. But do it, because you deserve to have that fun little thing, that little craft that's gonna spark joy in your life. And yeah, I hope that you guys have enjoyed this cute little house painting video, and I will see you in a couple weeks with a brand new one. Merry Christmas. Bye. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more chill videos with art.